Dark Water Magic. Chapter 1. Disappearing Act. Ladies and jellyfish and squids of all ages, called a voice. It was the magician at the Coral Reef Carnival. Behold, the cabinet of Dr. Calamari, he boomed. Squiggy and his big sister Shelly watched Dr. Calamari's helper swim into the big cabinet. My precious Perla will enter, Dr. Calamari said. But will she come back out? Dr. Calamari shut the cabinet. Then he said the magic words in his disappearing spell. Fish, dish, swish. An ink cloud exploded on stage. Poof! Then the doors slowly opened. Perla was gone. Squiggy grabbed one of Shelly's arms. How did he do it? He asked. It's magic, said Shelly. Suddenly, Perla appeared behind them. She tapped Squiggy and said, You're next. Wait! Squiggy shouted, but it was too late. Perla pushed him into the cabinet. Dr. Calamari wasn't ready, and he mixed up the magic words. Dish, fish, swish. Chapter 2. A New World. Splash! Squiggy found himself in a very fancy water fountain. Suddenly, he saw the Sea King. Your Majesty, said Squiggy with a bow. But it wasn't the Sea King. It was just a statue. Squiggy looked around at the strange new place. Where am I? He wondered as he climbed out of the fountain and onto the grass. And why is this seaweed so dry? Squiggy slithered across the grass and suddenly stopped. Oh, my starfish, he cried. It's the bones of a giant sea monster. Squiggy's eyes bugged out at what he saw next. What is that swirly thing? He yelled. Where in the world am I? You're at a playground, said a sweet voice. Squiggy whirled around, fell to the ground, and screamed. Ah! What are you? Squiggy asked. I'm a kid, said the stranger. What are you? I'm apparently having a nightmare, replied Squiggy. More kids surrounded Squiggy. One kid poked a tentacle. Squish. Hey, the kid cried. You've got to feel this. Each kid grabbed a tentacle. Then they ran around, spinning Squiggy in circles. Faster and faster they went. Stop this madness, he cried. Then Squiggy released an explosion of ink all over the kids. Squirt, splat. The kids screamed and scattered. The ink blast gave Squiggy an idea. He thought hard and repeated Dr. Calamari's magic words. Fish, dish, swish. Chapter 3. The Final Act. Suddenly, the cabinet burst open. Squiggy was back where he belonged. "Never go in there," he yelled. "What happened?" Shelley asked. "I was almost mangled by monsters called kids. I cannot begin to describe them. It was horrible," he said. "Are you okay?" Shelley asked. "I think so," Squiggy said. Dr. Calamari pulled out an old book of mythical creatures. The magician held up the book. "Is this what you saw?" he asked. "No," said Squiggy. "What I saw only had 2 arms." Everyone gasped. The magician laughed and said, "Now, for my final trick, I'll make everybody disappear. Ha ha ha!"